What's up, YouTube? It's Bloodspawn here. I've been asked a few times to make a video on how I do my TTMs, so I figured I'd take this time to do it. It's Sunday night, not really much going on, so I'm going to break you down my entire process from where I go and how I select my people and find my people I want, the website I use, what I send, every single step, but pretty much I'm going to do an entire one for you. I pretty much only use one website, which is Star Tiger. So that's where I start my daily process. I go to the website, and on the website they pretty much have like a daily. I'm trying to shorten the screen down so I can show you. Like kind of like a updated video or version of. Here we go. Hold on, I'll get it up here in a second. Alright, we'll grab this. So this is startiger.com, and it kind of looks like that. But we're going to go so I can see what I'm showing you. But every day over here it says change listings, and I basically go through these, and every single day there's a whole list. These are all the addresses in alphabetical order of names that they've added or changed or updated. So I go through, like here's Herb Adderley. I don't know if you can see it because there's going to be a glare, but that's probably mine. So you go in, and then over here it'll list them and tell you what teams he played for, when he played for, and everything like that. And then it'll have the addresses on here and successes and stuff. And this is why I like using this one, because it has the address, the address, and then here was mine. It took 114 days, when I sent it, what I got back, when I received it back, and everything. So off of that website, I get everything. So I go through, I find the address. Now how I keep my try to keep my success rate up is I go on the successes. So right here, some of these, they have a little icon here with a face. That means there's a picture. And then right next to it, some of them have a T. That means it's been tested, which means, either good or bad, been tested, it's been used. So I only go to those. So I would go to this guy here, and he's a former major leaguer, and I would look through it. So like this one here was tested, and he got a success in June. So if that's recent enough, so if I wanted to send to this guy, this would be one I'd send to. Some of them have been tested back in 2008, 2009. I wouldn't send to them because the address is kind of old. From there, so basically, I would write that guy, I would write his name down on an index card and make a list. And like this. These are the ones I have now, 2 index cards, probably about 30 people to send to. And from there, I would go to Bing, and I would look for pictures. This is Kim Kardashian, one of the ones I'm working on. So once I find a picture, you can go over here and go to size, and you would want to go to large. We'll just leave it on there for now because there's one right here. So once I see a picture, and down here you see what the size is, you want 600 by 400 at least. This one is well above that. So I'd click on this, makes it larger, and then I would save it. And then I upload them all into any of the CVS, Rite Aid, Walmart, any places that do photos. Usually you can get them for about 10 cents a piece. And I'll go ahead and make my order, and then they come back, in 4x6. Is real nice quality and everything. So then, boom, now I have the person I'm sending to, the address, a photo, and then all I got to do is my letter. And down here, on here, I have 2 letters saved. One's for females, one's for, I guess, males. So I would go into that, and then change the name, keep everything else the same, except like here it says True Blood. I would erase that and put whatever show they're on. If they're a model, whatever, I would change actor and put model or playmate, whatever. And then I'd print that out, and then it would come printed out. Here's my letter to Kim Kardashian, and then I sign it down there. Right in the space below that, sometimes I'll write a PS if I want them to inscribe it with something handwritten. Alright, then I take an index card, put it in my envelope, have a self-addressed stamped envelope already ready. I don't write anything on the return, just that. And then here's the Kim Kardashian envelope. There you go. Put this back up here. Alright. So then I would take the letter and I basically fold it in 3. Like that. Then I open it up. I'll just take this photo because I haven't gotten these photos yet. And then I will slide this in here. So kind of use the letter to protect the picture. Also inside there I throw my index card and my self-addressed stamped envelope. So then it comes out and everything's stuck right in there. Shove that in my envelope, put a stamp on it, and it's good to go. Then I go back to the website, back to that address that I'm using, and I put sent. And that and I don't put what I sent or anything. Some people do. I just put pending. That means that it's in the mail. Then when I get it back, I go back onto that and say received or test result. I tell what I got, and it keeps track of everything for me. So if I go on here, this also keeps track of my statistics. If I go to my stars and go to statistics, here's what I got. I have 267 successes, 30 return to senders, 256 pending. So I have a total of 554 letters written, or at least through this website. I haven't always used this website to keep track of. I've always used it for addresses. And it puts a percent. So right now with those statistics, I'm at 48% success rate, which is pretty decent. And again, I keep that up because I only send to people that have been recently tested. Some people like new will go on there and they'll have addresses, but nobody sent to them yet, or there hasn't been put on the website yet. Those I don't send to. I just wait for somebody else to test it, and then that way if it comes back return to sender, I didn't waste my stamp on that. So all those little things is how I keep up on my success rate. Besides that, if you're, if you don't have the website, or you don't want to sit there and go through, it's all alphabetized. But another good way, just go to Google and type in, your one person. Like, let me look on this list. Billy Crystal, George Weiner, any of these people, you put them in, just type in Google. And also another good way, I use, what's this website? It's imdb.com. You go up in the search, you put in this person's name, or you can put in a show. Like I'll put in True Blood, which I just watched. And go to True Blood, it'll tell me information about the show, but if I scroll down, it'll give me all the cast names, who plays Sookie, who plays Bill, who plays Sam, and give me their names. That's a good way if you want to hit a show that you like, but you don't know everybody's names. You go on here. So I could take one of these names, Nelson Ellis, he plays Lafayette. So I go back to Star Tiger up here, and I put Nelson Ellis in. And there he is, Lafayette Reynolds on HBO's True Blood. I click on him, and here you go. There's several addresses. The last one was tested in 09, but I did send them a letter to the True Blood address that I got some of the other people back from, and it's still pending. It's been out there 74 days, so I might not be getting that one back, but imbd.com, that's a good site to use for people's names if you know shows and stuff like that. If you're not doing 4x6s and you're doing cards, pretty much the same process. The only thing added is that I keep in a little thing, little dollar store thing. This is baby powder. Mike from the Autograph Network taught me this trick. That's really good for glossy cards. You don't have to do them on every card, but the ones that are really, really glossy or shiny, another word, you just basically put a little baby powder on it, wipe it on the entire front of the card, wipe the excess powder off so it doesn't look like there's powder on the card. That's kind of weird for a celebrity to be opening up. And that'll make sure that the autograph comes out really well. Kind of gives the marker or Sharpie something to stick to. So that's a little trick that I use when I learned that from Mike. He has a video exactly how to do it. Other than that, that's about it. That's my entire process. You end up with, I have like stacks and stacks of photos. I just kind of, when they're doing a really crazy deal, I'll get people even if there's not addresses for us. So I probably have about 5 stacks like this. So that way when I keep testing, eventually, boom, address comes available, it's been tested, I'll grab the photos that I already have and get them in the mail. But I pretty much make weekly, like these 2 index cards that I've come up with, all these names. I don't have pictures for, so I'll be probably tomorrow. I'll go ahead and make an order and get all these guys in the mail. I have a couple ready to go out. I gotta pick up stamps and stuff. Another cool little thing I always do is I do have these. These are fairly cheap too, but I just didn't have any printed out. These are white easy peel address labels. You can get them for the outgoing and the return address. I use these for my address. I don't waste the time to type in theirs. I'll handwrite them. But that way it's just real easy instead of having to handwrite everything. But I always have like probably about 15 everything prepped. These are there's my self addresses ready to go. I just haven't printed out any of those, but those are cool and they're real cheap. You can get that's probably about $5-6, and you can get 700 of them. Other than that, man, this is your best friend in the world, stamps. I only got a few left, so I'll be hitting post office tomorrow. That's my process, man. And then you just basically start having fun getting stuff in the mail. When you check your mail and you got 1 bill and 5 or 6 autographs, it kind of makes that bill a little bit easier to get. It's fun. It's time consuming a lot if you do it on a large scale, but it's definitely fun, the whole process. I mean, looking for pictures, looking to see, checking the updates on my website to see who's got who just come out with addresses, who's been added to the site, things like that. That's it, man. That's really all I can offer. If you want to comment below or any more questions you have or you could think of. There are websites out there that you don't have to pay for. I don't think I talked about that. There's free ones. I only use Star Tiger. It's the best. It does cost money, but this one's got probably, I don't know, a couple 100,000 addresses on it probably. And like I showed you that list, there's probably, this one says today there was 292 changed listings. That doesn't always mean for good, because if somebody gets a return to sender back and they're nice enough to update the site, that will go on that changed listing. So when I go look on that and I said, okay, shit, I was about to write to that address too, and don't waste my stamp. So StarTiger.com. I don't even know any other ones. Honestly, StarTiger's all I used. I couldn't even name the other ones. I know there's like 3 or 4 really popular, really good ones, but Star Tiger is what I use, so I don't need anything else. Alright guys, that's it. Enough rambling. Hopefully this helped the few people that wanted me to do videos, maybe get an idea or two off of it. Other than that, good luck to you if you're getting into TTM. It's a lot of fun, but a lot of time, but you end up with binders and like you got behind me, wall full of memories and cool stuff. Alright guys, peace out. Talk to you later.